So I'm going to go ahead and jump us right into the K that hopefully will help you on this journey. First, I'm going to go through what I see are four main methods of resolutions when it comes to trade, like ways approaches, I guess you could say, for going about making a trade resolution. The next will be getting into the policies that may impact this process and capabilities, along with also just some things to consider when it comes to data. And so why this is really important to me and I thought was a valuable topic for today is we've been increasingly having occurrences and contacts that have been in a situation where they went live with a solution and maybe not necessarily getting the results that they had desired when it comes to trade resolution, especially in the area of automation. And so that's definitely an increasing demand is to have it automation, but maybe there's a lack of understanding and a lack of awareness of what all is necessary to really take advantage of all the capabilities that are out there today. I've been in the deduction world, I guess you could say, for quite some time now. And, starting out when there was really no automation to speak of, where we had work lists that were generally done through Excel and through a basic homegrown AR system. And also paper files. So, over the years, how that's changed has just been incredible. And to see the amount of capabilities that are there today, is awesome. But what we want to get into again is just trying to understand, like, okay, well, what's holding us back from taking more advantage of the capabilities today, whether it comes to automation or just being able to have and give people the tools to do things that they would normally do just a little bit more efficiently. So these are the four methods that I would consider as ways to go about creating resolutions when it comes to trade. I'm going to start with this just so you can get some context about maybe the desired outcome that you're looking for. And usually we'll have a combination of these that we'll suggest depending on the type of customer. Some customers that you may have deductions for certainly would not be a good option when it comes to doing something automatically. Same is true, obviously, for doing something manually. So it depends on the level of data that you have available, the systems that you have available, and also the policies that you have. So kind of starting out with auto resolution. When I consider auto resolution, this is really when the system looks for a match on your behalf based on predetermined criteria. And it will go ahead and make that resolution on the analyst or specialist behalf, and we'll go ahead and close the item if that's desired. And so obviously in this way, there's a lot of confidence around what it matches with what. And of course, you have some really good information that helps you to do this. Some things related to this that I thought were worth mentioning is, of course, the level of confidence, but also approval requirements. So we say touchless. Certainly, this could be a truly touchless process. But if your organization would require and need some level of approval, that certainly is part of the capabilities today, where system would create resolution and then it would be routed to someone for approval, depending on potentially the area, the type, and the dollar amount is especially common. And so this is probably where we see the least amount of activity, just because there's a select group of customers that often fit the criteria that would be needed to get the confidence that you would want to create these resolutions. But this is definitely growing and has been growing over time. So we'll get into later kind of some suggestions around this if you're looking to do more of this. But again, this is probably one of the things that are out there with some having the most appetite to do, but just not really sure how to get there. The next form of or method of resolution that I would consider is just auto matching. And this is gets you close to a full resolution, but what really happens is the system would recommend which events to close these deductions up against. Sometimes it might give multiple if there's multiple that are involved, and it would require the specialist or the analyst to go in, review it, say, hey, this looks good, here's my backup, yes, this look, yep, I'm good, and they'll choose to post it at that point in time. Again, just like with auto resolutions, approvals are definitely a possibility here as well, just like with all of them. So there's no difference there. It just is one more touch point if you're looking to do this. So certainly auto matching is definitely there. And if your level of confidence is maybe a little less, but also you maybe find in your organization you have a few more options available, and sometimes it's a little tricky to determine, is it this event or is it this event? Auto matching is a really good possibility. And you can use this, again, just like I mentioned earlier, all of these forms and methods you can use together depending on the event, the situation, or the customer and the situation. The next would be what is one of my, I guess you could say, favorite maybe things to be able to try to teach and train around, and that's assisting a specialist, an analyst, a deduction analyst, to be able to work very efficiently and take a more batch approach, I guess you could say, to resolving a deduction. So this one definitely takes a little bit more hand-holding. It's not like auto resolution where the system finds the match. This is for maybe that next group of customers where you have a lot of similarities, and you have some ways that you can batch like items. And now it's more about using some capabilities that the specialist, it would be up to them to make good decisions as to how to match, how to find, and how to resolve. And so an example I might use is a customer like Kroger, which we often use for examples. In this particular case, they have really rich information that they provide on their deductions. So they'll have all of the header information that you would obviously see, but in addition to that, they would have line level details, deal references. That's a unique shared deal with the salesperson. And those all have good makings to try to resolve things in groups. So for example, if I have this information available to me in my work list and showing on my deduction, it allows me to search, sort, and batch things together for resolution. There's also different capabilities right within the system, or to be able to even export out in certain cases, in certain select cases, when the system is just not quite there enough for you to be able to take full advantage of all the rich information that's on there. So this form of resolution, again, definitely is the next best thing behind being able to do it automatically, but certainly a valuable tool when you don't have auto match capabilities and you don't have, for example, maybe even auto resolution, you're not quite ready to get there. And then finally, this is where kind of pulling your hair out, where the manual, there's certainly, of course, the manual where it's still all up to the specialist, but it's a one-by-one approach. And this is probably one of the biggest habits to break when working with specialists, especially as they're transitioning to a new system that has more capabilities. It is very much a comfort thing, maybe, as you start at the top of your work list, you may be sorted by age, or you may be sorted by amount, and you work your way down. And so that's the least efficient way to go about resolving trade. But certainly there are times in certain customers, especially small, that is definitely a necessity. But we try to encourage people to make sure they're using all the other capabilities first before they resort to kind of the full out manual one by one.